DonLemon is set to receive approximately $24.5 million as part of his separation agreement with CNN after being fired nearly a year ago. Lennon worked as an anchor for CNN for an impressive 17 years. His hit primetime show was moved to CNN This Morning, which ultimately led to his abrupt firing. Last April, Lennon announced his termination from CNN, expressing his shock at the decision. CNN later challenged this statement, clarifying that he was offered an opportunity to meet with management, but instead he released a statement on Twitter. The breakdown between Lennon and CNN began around the time he made reference to the age of Republican president candidate Nikki Haley, calling her past her prime, on CNN This Morning. The statement surprised his co-hosts Poppy Hollow and Caitlin Collins.
People, politicians or something are not in their prime. Nikki Haley isn't in her prime. Sorry. When a woman is considered to be in her prime in her 20s and 30s and maybe 40s.
What are you talking? Wait.
That's not according to me.
Prime for what?
It depends. It's just like prime. If you look it up, if you Google when is a woman in her prime, it'll say 20s, 30s, and 40s. I don't necessarily.
40s. No, I got another.
I'm not saying I agree with that. So I think she has to be careful about saying that politicians aren't in their prime.
You need to qualify. Are you talking about prime for like childbearing, or are you talking about prime for being president?
Lennon ultimately agreed to participate in a formal training before returning to the show within a week. However, 2 months later, a heated interview with another Republican candidate, Vivek, allegedly became the final straw in Lennon's tenure at the network.
The funny fact is, black people did not get to enjoy the other freedoms until their Second Amendment rights were secured. And I think that's one of the lessons that we learned.
Aren't allowed to enjoy the freedoms.
I disagree with you on that, Don. I disagree with you. And I think you're doing a disservice to our country by failing to recognize the fact that we have equality before the law.
And you live in this country, then you can disagree with me, but we're not. You mentioned in here that we have three different shades
Don, I think we have to be able to talk about these issues in the open regardless of the color of our skin. The part that I find insulting is when you say today black Americans don't have those rights after we have gone through civil rights revolution in this country.
You are sitting here telling an African American about the rights and what you find insulting about the way I live, the skin I live in every day.
Here's where you and I have a different point of view.
Black and white that black people don't have in this country, and that black people do have.
Well, here's where you and I have a different point of view. I think we should be able to express our views regardless of the color of our skin. We should have this debate without me regarding you as a black man, but me regarding you as a fellow citizen.
That's what I think we should see. Whatever ethnicity you are, explaining to me
whatever ethnicity
about what it's like to be black.
Whatever ethnicity I am, I'll tell you what I am. I'm an Indian American. I'm proud of it. But I think we should have this debate. Black, white, doesn't matter.
I think we should have this debate.
Since leaving CNN, Lennon has talked about his passion for journalism and the responsibility to tell the truth, emphasizing the importance of standing up for what is right and abiding by the promise of the Constitution. Please comment down below. Let me know what you think of DonLemmon's $24.5 million settlement with CNN.